Have you ever found yourself in a position to want to take on something new? Some brand new challenge, some brand new journey, some brand new endeavor that frankly was just nerve-wracking, maybe even terrifying. But you knew that you couldn't not do it. You couldn't say no. All of us, I hope, will go through those points in our life where we get to those forks in the road where you can either go left or you can go right. And I hope you take the road less traveled, if you will. But when you're faced with those big decisions, the ones that are truly like life evolving, say yes and do the hard thing. Here's a little lesson about how to approach that big decision and prepare yourself for what may come. These large shifts in our direction sometimes mean we have to turn off all the stuff that we think we know and try things that we've never tried before. One of those particular times happened to me in 1992. There's a company called Successories, which are like motivational awards and posters and things like that. And I wanted to run this Successories franchise for Nashville, Tennessee. And so I said goodbye to a very well-paying job with a very large company. And I took the entrepreneurial route. Absolutely terrified. But I did it. And so what I wanted to do was I knew the person who told me to do this knew that the rough times would be out there. And so they coached me and they counseled me to write a letter to my future self that I could pull out and read in the down times. Something that would remind me of all of the reasons that I decided to go down this path. All the excitement, all the possibility, all the opportunity, all of the saying yes to the things rather than saying what could have been or should have been. Just take the leap and say yes. Because all that excitement fades. 3, 4, 6 months down the road, maybe things aren't happening as fast as you want them to. Maybe they aren't happening at all. Maybe it's just hard financially. It's hard emotionally. You need to be able to go back to that past self, the one who wrote the letter to your future self that said, to remind you of all of the reasons that you did this so that you can pick yourself back up and continue down the journey. Ultimately, Successories was about a 4-year phase of my life, and it was a part of my life journey that was one of the most rewarding. Financially, not so much. Financially, I treaded water and probably backslid a little bit. But what it introduced me to was a host of new people, new ideas, new belief systems that transformed me into who I am today. The journey itself was absolutely worth what I learned, and I wouldn't have done it any differently. So tell yourself today, if you're about to embark on something scary, write your future self a letter to remind you of why you did it. Try it and see what happens.